Hi, my name is Anya from Top Shelf Models, and today we're going to be talking about Excel formulas for private equity and specifically NPV. Net present value, or NPV, is a present value of a series of cash flows that occur over different times. It is calculated by taking the difference between cash inflows and outflows over a specific amount of time. It is utilized to optimize capital budgeting and planning of investments, analyzing the returns of projects and investments alike. In Excel, NPV is calculated by using the given discount rate, which here on our very simplified NPV table we have as 12. And you also have your time periods and then the cash flows for those given time periods. In real estate, you will also have an initial investment. So we're making it a very small investment because our cash flows are small. So this initial investment would be the initial investment you're putting down on a house, the equity you're giving in, or on any type of property. So to do this NPV calculation, you just need this discount rate, the initial investment, your time periods, and then the cash flows that go with your time periods. So in this NPV box, we're going to go equals NPV, and you're opening your parentheses. Your rate is your discount rate. So you're going to click on that box, which is I-223, give it a comma, and then your cash flows are just going to highlight only the cash flows and not the time periods. Then you're going to close your parentheses. Now, this is where the initial investment comes in. So as you can see, this initial investment of $40 is negative because this is coming out of the pocket of the person that is paying. So we're going to go add and then highlight the cell with that initial investment in it. So actually, this is going to subtract the initial investment because the subtraction will cancel out the addition. Then we're going to press return. So the net present value of whatever we're calculating for in this table at time period 4 is going to be $327.74. So this is obviously a very simplified table, and if we even wanted to, we could add a fifth cash flow. So say we're doing time period 5, and let's say that cash flow is going to be a little bit greater, so let's call it 180. So now we're going to go in and redo this NPV just so we can get the hang of it. We're going to go equals NPV, open up the parentheses again. Now our rate has not changed, so we're going to highlight that cell, comma, but now we're going to highlight all of these cells up until time period 5. Parentheses, then you're going to add the initial investment, and now you can see it's $429.88. So if we zoom out on this table, as you can see, these are all cash flows and the multitude of them. And so in a real life monthly cash flow situation, these are all months. Obviously, you could do years or days or even weeks. This is how many cash flows you're going to have on a very large scale project. And we have them for our operating expenses, our net income expenses, and the list goes on and on. And so these formulas are obviously a lot more complicated and difficult than the ones we worked with right now, but this NPV function right here at the bottom is going to be the basis for every NPV function you will use in real estate and in finance.